It's your boy BT, and we are live here on YouTube with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, well, actually, hold on. Now let's say it. Now let's say it, because now it started.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and we are live here on YouTube for the first time, and definitely not the last time, in 2020. It is the new decade, and this is going to be our second annual True School Sports Award Show, where we hand out the awards for 2019. I hope you guys are doing great as you're tuning in. As always, we got my pops with me.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. This is the first. It's funny.
It
so
is.
earlier today, I dropped my first video of the new decade. No, not yet.
Yeah.
Of the new decade.
Yeah.
And today we have the first live of the new decade. So just
True School Sports.
a lot of great things happening here on True School Sports. Right now, at the moment, we only have one person in here, and I'm sure that number.
Exactly what she wanted from you. Now she can march on and go to the next monkey sim.
Forgot I had my other YouTube
yeah.
tab open. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams.
Yeah.
But I figure it's gonna be a great year. But before we move on to what's happened this year, let's talk about the year that was in 2019, and let's give our take on what happened in 2019. If you guys are here, make sure you comment down below, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and do all that good stuff. I'm actually gonna check on something on YouTube, so you talk a lot.
Yeah, I mean, this year was great. We had a lot of great fights. 2019 was great, but we look forward to what 2020 got to bring. But we haven't had time to go ahead and do our yearly awards. So tonight's going to be the night where we had with BT to come back here from the UK. We're going to sit together and get everything right, and we're going to give our thoughts for this past year and great things that happened in boxing. Who we thought were the best boxers to get what awards for the best fights, the best knockout, and so forth and so forth.
Right. We're actually gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna mute for a second because I gotta check one more thing, guys. So just bear with us. Bear with us for 1 second. All right, we're back. We're back here on True School Sports, and we're gonna get into the awards. So you guys will come in when you come in. Make sure you drop the comments down when you feel led to. But let's hand out our first piece of hardware. Let's hand it out because there's a lot to get to. There's a lot to dissect, and there's a lot to obviously talk about. So we're reporting to you guys live and direct from the great city of Miami, Florida. We're in South Florida to be exact, and this is in fact the second annual True School Sports Boxing Awards with myself, BT, Brendan Taylor, and Pops. So our first award that we're giving out, our 2019 True School Sports Cherry Pick of the Year. Now this is obviously an award of great importance because there's a lot of cherry picking that goes on in boxing. A lot of you guys want to duck, sidestep, maneuver. A lot of y'all don't want no smoke. So because y'all don't want no smoke, we will with this particular award, we will award that to a fighter that is very deserving of the True School Sports Cherry Pick of the Year. And the True School Sports Cherry Pick of the Year goes to, and I hate to say this because we're actually a big fan of him here on this channel. And just so you guys know, me and my dad had to come to an agreement on all these awards.
Yeah, it didn't just happen overnight.
We came to an agreement, and there was a lot of debating on this. But our 2019, well, actually no, before we get to 2019, last year's winner of this award, the 2018 Cherry Pick of the Year went to where is it?
I forgot you gave it to.
It was Gervonta Davis, Jesus Cuellar. So last year was Gervonta Davis versus Jesus Cuellar.
Right.
That was our True School Sports Cherry Pick of the Year award. Our 2019 True School Sports Cherry Pick of the Year award goes to Dale Dubois versus Kyle Taro Fujimoto, and this one was pretty recent. I was in the UK. I was actually in the UK while this fight happened. This fight was one of those fights where you just knew, you just knew, like, you don't want to judge fighters because they're all fighters at the end of the day, but you just knew that this was not going to end well for Fujimoto.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was hyped up to be something great, and then when I seen him in the ring, I said, "Oh my God, what is this?" Somebody went cherry picking with their eyes closed. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, to me, it wasn't an exciting fighting at all. It was easy run through by Dubois, honestly.
Yeah, and you had Kyle Fujimoto taking pictures of pandas in Japan.
Yeah, doing
and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And like we just knew it wasn't going to be a competitive fight because he was a much smaller guy.
Yeah.
If you went back, if you took the time to watch the fights,
Exactly,
his fights at least, you knew that he had no chance just based on what he saw. So like Dubois had a year where he stopped everybody put in front of him. You know, he fought Nathan Gorman, what was his first ever fight. He won every moment of every round.
Yep.
You know, you had this Ebenezer Tative, but this one right here, I mean, this one right here, it took, you know, as the Brits would say, it took the piss.
Yeah.
They were taking the piss out of us. You know, the fight before Christmas.
Exactly.
So we love Daniel Dubois. We look forward to big things from Daniel Dubois in 2020 because 2019, you know, it was a year where he got to build himself up and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, this fight was just one of the worst cherry picks you'll ever see in boxing.
I mean, we always talk between us about Danny Garcia being a big cherry picker, and even with the recently fight with Tank Davis and Gamboa.
Yeah, Tank
Yeah.
Davis gave this fight a run for its money.
Yeah, we had it right neck to neck. And then the saddest point was that for me, that Japanese guy wasn't doing nothing but running around the ring. He wasn't really doing much.
I wish he could have ran around the ring.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wishes he could have ran around the ring too, because Dubois kept fighting, and you knew once he hit him with the right hand, it was going to be a wrap. So, you know, we respect Fujimoto for getting in the ring and at least having that courage, but you know, shame on Frank Warren for putting this together and passing it off as a fight because it was horrible.
Christmas gift, whatever.
The fight before Christmas.
Yeah, it was
so definitely our 2019 True School Sports Chair Pick of the Year. Getting to some comments before we move on to our next award. We got my main man LA12. Shout out to LA12. He says, "Happy New Year to LA12, loyal watcher of the channel." He says, "Tank Davis is it witness protection? Does your dad like Bronze Bomber?"
I respect we got that right hand.
I like Bronze Bomber.
And I do like Bronze Bomber, but I don't think he's the best heavyweight like they make him out to be.
I remain, for me, I pretty much say that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Resume isn't too flattering, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But yes, LA12, Gervonta Davis is in fact a witness protection.
Yep.
And I just dropped today the third installment of the Gervonta Davis witness protection program. So if you haven't seen that already, make sure you go see it. Getting to the other comment we had from my main man, what was his name? His name was Mitch Gibson.
Yeah.
Did your dad shave your head? Yes, he did. When I got back to America, one of the first things I asked my dad to do was shave my head.
It's a new look right now.
It's a new look. I'll probably stick with it all year because, you know, like Michael Jordan, he had to he had so many years of success, but eventually when he became great, he had to go bald. So this is kind of like my Michael Jordan moment this year.
Yeah.
So I like the bald look. I'm gonna keep it for a bit and just see how it goes.
Depending on the year.
Yeah, depending how it goes. LA12 says Adam Kanaki for dominant Brazil. It's a rumor right now. You know, I got a video coming out about that within the next couple of hours or so. So stay tuned for that. We'll see, man. It looks like Brazil's being made to be the PBC gatekeeper, but
yeah, man. I mean, I would rather see Adam Kanaki against Ruiz, to tell you the truth. I think that'd be
that fight that's gonna happen. If it does happen, it'll come off like second half of the year. Second half of the year, probably.
I like that. Yeah.
But let's not get too far off. This is the True School Sports Boxing Awards for 2019. We just gave our first award out for Cherry Pick of the Year. Daniel Dubois versus Kyle Fujimoto. The fight before Christmas wins an award, so you can say that it was an award-winning fight, just for the wrong reasons. What's our second award? Let's see what is our second award. Our second award is this is more on a positive note. Our Overachiever of the Year. Okay, now this one right here, this one was really close. This one was tough.
Yeah.
I really think it came down to two fighters. You know, no more than two fighters could have won this award.
Right.
Obviously, you have to consider what Andy Ruiz Jr. did. You know, beating Anthony Joshua the way he did, and kind of putting his name at the top with the big heavyweights.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, there is one man that reigns supreme as far as Overachiever of the Year, and that man our 2019. Well, actually, no, before you get to 2019, last year our 2018 Overachiever was Josh Warrington, and
Right.
You know, so shout this
Number
guy's
two.
gonna join Josh Warrington as the only other guy to win this award.
Ah.
Our 2019 True School Sports Overachiever of the Year goes to the former WBA was it lightweight? No, junior lightweight. Junior lightweight champion Andrew Cancio.
Yeah.
Andrew Cancio.
He fought twice. My man Machado.
He fought Alberto Machado, and you know this is the Andrew Cancio who had he had lost earlier in his career, I believe, to I forgot who he lost to. But he lost to somebody. Yeah. Oh, he lost to Jojo Diaz. He lost to Jojo Diaz early in his career. This guy is working, you know, construction jobs, and he's got a job at night, and then and he works like 12 hours a day, and then he trains after he works. Like it was literally like a real life Rocky story. Right. And he gets put in the ring against this Puerto Rican prospect Machado, and he just folds him up not once, but twice. Wow. Ran him out the division.
And Machado's one of my favorite fighters. One of Puerto Rican fighters. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Machado's one of my favorite Puerto Rican fighters, and I mean I liked him, and before these fights, I was talking junk to my father, my son, like I always do, and he was telling me, Machado's not been that impressed. I mean, beat him, Castillo beat him the first time real bad, and my son told me it's gonna happen to him again,
even worse.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So what happened with that was you got to give a lot of credit to Castillo, but for what he did, he achieved a lot more than what we thought he could do. So that's the True School Sports Overachiever of the Year award. Yeah,
shout out to Andrew Cancio. You know, he would go on later on in the year to lose his title to Rene Alvarado. So he didn't finish the year as a world champion, but he was a world champion, and that's more than people. Oh, you know what? Mm-hmm. I can't believe I'm doing this. LA 12. I think we overlooked him. He said Jamel Herring.
Yeah, he beat it. Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of overlooked Jamel.
He's got to fight. You know who got to fight with next, right? Frampton.
Oh, Frampton. Yeah.
He's coming up.
But no. He started the year off like, you know what? I've never done this before. We're gonna do it. Okay. We're gonna add Jamel Herring in there. So we'll give it. We'll give it a 2. Jamel Herring was a fighter early in his career, before he got with Terrence Crawford and his team. You know, he had been folded up by Dennis Shavakov at lightweight. Wow. You know, he had really underachieved in the professional ranks. And then he had been building up slowly but surely with Brian McIntyre and Terrence Crawford's camp. Right. And then he won the vacant title by outboxing Masayori Ito, just easily. Right. Then he fights. Then he makes his first title defense against the undefeated Lamont Roach. And we watched that because I was standing as KSI versus Logan Paul, and he just outclassed him. So you know what? Yeah, Andrew Cancio and Jamel Herring. That's our 2019 Overachievers of the Year. You got one of you asked about Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. Yeah, they're in negotiations, so hopefully it comes off. That's a big fight for the heavyweight division at the moment. It's going to tell us a lot about Dubois, and it's also going to tell us a lot about Joe Joyce. What do you make of Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois there, if it does happen?
I mean, Joe Joyce, he's been calling a lot of people out anyways, and in every fight he's proved everybody wrong, and he's come up with victory. But
they say he's too slow.
But he's running into
a whole different beast.
A whole different world. A whole different world here. He's gonna get whooping up real quick. He'll be brought back down. I think Daniel Dubois is his prime. He's getting better each fight, and he's showing it, and he's ready for a title fight. So this is gonna be a true test for. I'd say more for Joyce than it is for him. I think because he's dominated all his opponents. I'm not taking nothing away from.
You think it's more for Joyce? I think it's more for Dubois.
I think it's more for Dubois, but I'm saying for Joyce. I meant to say yes. For Joyce just being in there, it'll be a test for Dubois, but Dubois gonna run right by him. I think that's about the most legitimate fighter that he had, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially based off of a guy that bums he fought last year. He fought a lot of
but I mean
opposition last year.
But he already said he wants to. Even Frank Warren came out and said that he wants this year. He wants a lot of fights. So yeah.
Hey, big shout out to my main man SSB28, and you can tell SSB28 has really been watching my channel because last year when we did this, I didn't have a lot of views when I did this last year. But he asked me. See, this is how I know he really watches me. He asked me who's my clown of the year, or it's my Ask Clown of the Year. Last year, we did an Ask Clown of the Year award. We got Shelly Finkel won it last year. Yeah. That's actually the last award. That's the most important award we have. So you're gonna have to stay tuned and watch the whole live with us, SSB28. But yes, I am back, SSB. It's good to be home. Yeah. You know, the UK was cool. I'll talk a bit about that trip, you know, now that I'm back. Yeah. Towards the end of the live. But it's good to be home, man. Got a big year coming up. You know what? I made a post about this, but I'm not sure everybody saw it. So before I move on to our next award, I'll actually I'll say it here. If you guys didn't hear the news, I'm actually going to be covering a matchroom fight here in Miami. I got word recently that I have been accepted to cover the Demetrius Andrade versus Luke Keeler fight during Super Bowl weekend here in Miami at the very prestigious Meriden Hotel, which is well, I don't know what the hotel, but it's like a resort.
Yeah, it's like
it's on a real big island, bougie island in Miami. Nice. So I was talking about that. You know, we gotta make sure we go there. That I go there dressing proper. That I have some drip when I go to the Meriden. So it should be good. You know, I've been working really hard. I've covered PBC fights. Never covered a top rank fight, but this is my first matchroom fight that I covered. So
you might run into Eddie Hearns.
No. If we in the same area, I'm running into Eddie Hearns. Yeah. I'll make it my personal business to run into Eddie Hearns.
Yeah, so that's good.
So look for it. Look for the coverage for that fight when it happens. But moving ahead. Shout out to everybody here right now. Moving ahead to our next award. Okay, we got the Female Fighter of the Year. Okay, this one was tough, man. Now last year, our Female Fighter of the Year was Katie Taylor. And rightfully so. Katie Taylor can't be the Female Fighter of the Year this year because many people thought she was got a gift against Delphine Pursoon. Right. And Delphine Pursoon didn't get the decision, so it can't be necessarily Delphine Pursoon. Okay, so you know, that leaves you with like people like Clarissa Shields, who went undisputed. You know, you got her, you got Amanda Serrano.
That's my girl right there.
You got Amanda Serrano, but you know what? For those of you guys who watch these lives, it should be no surprise who my 2019 Female Fighter of the Year is.
You already know.
All right, it's my future baby mom.
We talk about this fight.
The 2019
fight is a big fight.
She had a big fight this year. She passed her flying colors. Yeah, she beat the girl like she stole something. And our 2019 Female Fighter of the Year goes to none other than Sanisa Taylor. I mean Estrada. Sanisa Estrada. Nonetheless, all jokes aside, she had a big year this year. You know, she had her big grudge match with Marlena Esparza on the was it Cotto Canelo?
I forgot which one.
It was not Cotto Canelo. Canelo Kovalev, I said. Yeah. Canelo Kovalev undercard, and she beat the hell out of her. I mean, she beat the hell out of her. They fought, and this is actually another reason why I gave her the Female Fighter of the Year. So she had her grudge match. She won her flying colors, but they fought 3-minute rounds. And you know, to fight in a big fight for 3-minute rounds.
It was actually the first time that we actually had the 3-minute rounds instilled, and to have it at such a title fight like that, you couldn't ask for a better time to actually do it and put the females to the test. So it's a good way for women if they want to get equality for men or try to be that man and fight the 3-minute rounds.
Well, at least get some respect for the women's side of boxing, you know.
And they a lot of them cry because they didn't get enough money and this and that.
And this was a gruesome fight.
So I mean, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that it's finally coming. But like he picked her. She fought a great fight. Started been fighting great fights. But my girl is Amanda Serrano.
What she did last year?
I don't know what she did with last year.
What she did.
She's Puerto Rican.
That's my point.
I love her.
We know she's great, but she wasn't Female Fighter of the Year. This is boxing.
Okay,
If you want that, go to another channel.
I just say so. I mean, so I still gonna give kudos to Estrada. Whether they'll fight again, but she did. Well, she fought 3 fights, didn't she? She was active last year.
She fought Gretchen, Abel, who we were live for one of her fights in the summer.
She fought a couple.
Esparza. So she had like 2 or 3 fights. Yeah, she won all of them. I think she might have won all of them by stoppage or 2 of them by stoppage. So, you know, great year for her. We're looking forward to seeing what she does in 2020.
Yes.
Hopefully we get to not meet her. I met her already, but hopefully we get to spend some time with her. In 2020. Nice, But so that there you have it. Let's get some comments before we move on to the next award. We got lots of celebs and people with high influence will go to that card. Yeah, I'll be exactly SSB. So you don't know who we'll meet. You don't know who we're gonna have on the channel.
And I'm gonna be live for that.
He'll be my dad. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't make it because I can only get 1 plus pass.
Right.
But
I'll be live.
He'll be live for the fight right here. So he'll be live for the fight. And you'll be getting commentary from him while I'm there getting the interviews. So you'll get the commentary.
Might even see you over there. I'm the live when you walking by there.
That is true. You might. So you might have to point me out.
Yeah.
Farmer versus Jojo Diaz prediction. I haven't really thought about it too much. So I don't want to get a prediction, but it's a tough one.
I'm thinking Jojo. Farmer's been talking too much. He's got the belt, and he's got this kind of diva thing now because he's got his belt, and you have to call him before you can talk to him a certain way, this and that. Come on, man. Wake up to reality. I like JoJo. Jojo's had opportunities before to win some belts before. Then he have
he fought here.
Yeah, so I mean, so I see him coming back and at this new weight that he's in, and I honestly think I honestly think he can beat Farmer. That's my own opinion.
Fair enough.
I think he got more power.
I'm not gonna make a prediction yet.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about too much. Tyrone Legacy, what's up, champ? How you doing? Good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Smash that like button if you're here, man. Good. We're here doing our awards. If you haven't already been here for the other awards we handed out, we handed out 3 awards so far. we had Cherry Pick of the Year.
Yeah.
We had what was the other one? Cherry Pick of the Year. Female Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
And we had Overachiever of the Year.
Yeah.
So the Cherry Pick of the Year was Dubois versus Fujimoto. Overachiever of the Year was Andrew Cancio and Jamel Harry.
And the Marine Jamel Harry.
And our Female Fighter of the Year was Sinisa Superbad Estrada. Yeah. So my man Stefan Love says Duck of the Year. We're gonna get to that at some point. we're gonna get to that at some point. Just be patient. What's the next award we got? Okay, so our next award is our Prospect of the Year. Okay, now this one right here.
Yeah.
No, this wasn't tough to me.
We picked it up.
This one was clear as could be.
Virgil Ortiz.
But yeah, it was Virgil Ortiz. It was Virgil Ortiz. Last year, two people actually got this award last year. I had Dron Ennis, and Teofimo Lopez winning this award last year.
Right.
And you said it already. Virgil Ortiz. Yeah. Since you said it, you speak about Virgil Ortiz.
I think Virgil Ortiz. He's coming up in the welterweight division. He's doing a lot of things. He's improved. I seen his last fight. He's getting better and better each time, and just a matter of time, he's already calling out like a lot of welterweights that he wants to fight. They shit. I even called up a call recently. He wanted to fight Thurman. He wants to fight all the big names. And you know what? I think this young buck is ready. The way he's fighting, the way he's taking care of his opponents, I see a lot from him, and I think he was the best award on this channel.
We look at the guys he fought this year and the guys he knocked out. They were good veteran fighters. It wasn't like it's not like with Dubois or other prospects where they're just getting fed cannon fodder opposition. No. He's fighting the guys like Mauricio Herrera, guys who have been at that world championship level. Right. Brad Solomon, good, durable veteran fighters. And he's taking them and he's stopping them in 1 round, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Yeah. It's impressive stuff to watch. And Virgil Ortiz looks to be something to watch in the future. 2019 was a huge year for him. 2020 could be a year that's not just something, but something special, a breakout year to where he really sticks that flag in the ground and announces himself to the welterweight division.
I honestly think Golden Boy is going to have him be I think eventually Ryan Garcia is going to be second fiddle, and I think Virgil Ortiz will take over as being.
Really?
I honestly feel like he's going to be the big name that they're just going to let him grow and get more fights. As fights go on, he's going to be the
Ryan Garcia?
Yep.
Man, you're making some bold predictions.
Yeah, because Virgil Ortiz fights. He tears up people. He's doing that, right? I'm not saying Ryan Garcia don't do that, but I personally like Virgil Ortiz better than Ryan Garcia.
Virgil Ortiz ain't getting holes like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got like 2.9. He got 2.9 million Instagram followers.
We talking about Instagram. We talking about boxing.
No, but I agree with you. Like I think from a boxing standpoint, he's fun to watch. Right. But this is a business, Dad. This is a business. And there's a lot of people who like casuals, people who don't follow boxing,
watch Instagram.
Like Ryan Garcia's marketed himself. He's doing. Yeah.
I'm not taking that from him. I just think Virgil.
I can't see it. If it happens,
I think that's what the Hoya's plan is, to groom him as one. How should I word it? I should have worded say De La Hoya is grooming Virgil Ortiz to be another star in Golden Boy.
Oh, for sure. That much. He's no doubt about it going to be a future world champion.
Yeah, put
zero doubt here on True School.
Right. No disrespect to Ryan Garcia. I'm just saying the way I probably worded it the wrong way.
Not to put Ryan Garcia up.
He's fighting.
They're stepping him up too. He's fighting Fonseca. He's fighting the same Fonseca Tank Davis didn't look so good against.
So watch out. And to be a tough one.
I think not to get too off topic, but I think for Ryan Garcia, it's going to be a big year. I mean, I think they're going to step up this year. I think they're going to go this is the exact way I think they're going to go this year. I think they're going to go Fonseca, and then after Fonseca, I think he's getting Linares after this.
You think so?
I think he's Linares after this.
You think he can beat Linares?
Yeah.
You think Ryan Garcia can beat Linares?
Yeah. Linares just was 140 and got folded up by Pablo Cicano, and he's always been chinny. Yeah. And I just find Linares is coming on the way down. Yeah. If Tank Davis can get past the Francisco Fonsecas of the world, I think he'll be ready for Linares.
I just want Golden Boy to do me a favor this year. I don't think we put it for a wish list. I want him to fight Rolly.
Rolando Amiro.
Yeah.
We want to see the Rolly fight.
Yeah, I like Rolly. I'm a big fan of Rolly now.
But Why are you? Why
Because
are
I
you?
study him how he fights. He's got a lot of power in his punch. He's very powerful, and if he catches Garcia, he's done.
It's probably the hardest punching Cuban pound for pound in
I'm
boxing.
not
right
gonna
now.
lie to you. I went back and watched his fights, and you were right again, BT. You told me to watch his fights, Dad. Don't stop talking. Go see him. I studied him. I actually did.
Yeah, but not he's not fighting Rolly this year. That's not happening.
I would like to see him fight him.
Rolly's got to get some big wins under his belt for him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even with that power?
Rolly hasn't fought nobody.
Yeah.
Rolly hasn't fought nobody. Not yet, at least. So that's it. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Our prospect of the year was Virgil Ortiz. So let's get to some comments before we move on to our next award. We got Virgil Ortiz versus Jamal James. Oh no, he said Virgil Ortiz versus Ray Robinson. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Ray Robinson's a good, tall, lanky southpaw. He's been in there with
Just fought. Who just fought?
Ray Robinson fought Kyle Lucas and he fought Kelly.
Yeah.
Ray Robinson he found the top opposition in 2019. Ray Robinson. So I like to see him in there with Virgil Ortiz. That would be a real test of Virgil Ortiz's patience because Ray Robinson's a bit of an awkward guy. He's a taller welterweight.
Yeah.
He's a southpaw. So yeah, it'd be a really good fight. No way in hell is Jamal James going to get a Virgil Ortiz fight because that's PBC.
For real.
And he's actually a good PBC pro, a solid PBC prospect. So I can't see Al Heyman throwing him in there.
But I bet you got to put these guys in there with the best. Don't you think?
No, it's a business. It's a business decision.
Okay. Don't forget Fighting Mad t-shirts, True School Sports. Hit that like button. Subscribe.
They're trying to get us beat, man.
And the new saying here is they're trying to get us beat.
Well, yeah, they're trying to get us beat because every time I go somewhere about to do these videos, something tragic happens. So I keep saying they're trying to get us beat, but that's not happening. Nothing to stop in True School Sports this year.
Yeah.
The untouchable True School Sports empire will continue to progress forward this year.
Yeah.
And there's not a damn thing that anyone in the YTBC can do about it. There's definitely not a damn thing that anybody in the LDBC can do about it.
Nobody.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
facts.
Not to get arrogant. Thank you for the 6 of you guys here.
Yeah.
Our next award of the year, and this one might be a bit controversial, is Promoter of the Year. Now,
oh wow, yeah, we
now just for all intents and purposes, let's clarify something real quickly. We cannot give Promoter of the Year to Al Heyman because he's not a promoter. He's an advisor. So we can't give Al Heyman the promoter. So just rule.
But we're not hating on him.
We're not hating on him. This is not. We didn't call him an advisor. He called himself an advisor.
Yeah.
Fighters don't sign an Al Heyman promotional contract. They sign an Al Heyman advisory contract.
Yeah.
So it's because we don't want to get sued. We can't give Al Heyman Promoter of the Year because that would be a fabrication of the truth.
Right.
Okay. So our options our options would be
Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing,
Hearn, obviously.
We have Barry from Top Rank,
and we got
and we had what's his name from Ring
Cal Soderlund.
Yeah, him. You had him.
I never considered Cal Soderlund.
I'm talking about
Richard Schaefer.
Yeah, Richard Schaefer. Yeah, him from Ringstar, and there was some other promoters up there, but
after much deliberation, me and him came to an agreement. So last year, my Promoter of the Year was Bob Arum, and this year our 2019 Promoter of the Year is again Bob Arum.
Oh man,
again it's Bob Arum. The Bob father did it again in 2019.
We based it on what shows he put on and what his fighting cards were throughout the year on the fights.
So when you look at Bob Arum cards, and I've always said this about Bob Arum cards, because listen, as many of you guys know, I'm a huge Eddie Hearn fan, and Eddie Hearn did a lot of good in boxing this year. But I'm somebody who watches all of his shows. I watch all Eddie Hearn shows.
Yeah.
And there are so many piss poor UK Eddie Hearn cards. I'm talking about.
We sleep. Some of
them. We were live.
Yeah.
We were live. I was literally sleeping.
Which one we were both watching together? I think the last before you went to the UK. And it was like
talking about when
sleeping.
Are you talking about when Callum Smith fought John Ryder? I think there was a fight in the undercard.
Oh
Harry Scarf. Harry Scarf and Anthony Fowler.
The guy was like,
oh my god,
like 156 or 99. It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. Harry Scarf. Something like that. It was bad. So we can't give it to Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn puts on great shows, but they're very top heavy shows.
Yeah.
You don't get the great fights on the undercard as much as you do with the Arum fights. When we look at what Arum put on in 2019, just throughout the year, it don't matter if you pick the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. There was good fights all around. And it's not just that; it's also what Arum did, because what Arum did last year was he was able to work with other promoters like Eddie Hearn. He put together that big fight with Maurice Hooker and Jose Ramirez, which was very entertaining. You know, I know people want to criticize the Tyson Fury fights from last year, but I mean, they were entertaining. He brought Tyson Fury to ESPN. He brought him to America. I thought it was entertaining. A lot of people thought they were entertaining. The ring walks, and in the Otto Wallen fight actually turned out to be a decent fight.
Yeah.
You know, you had Kovalev, Elliot Alvarez too, which is a good fight. Ramirez versus Jose Zapata, which was a war. You had a Lomachenko versus Anthony Crawler, which was a sensational performance for Lomachenko. Burchell versus Vargas, what a war that was.
Yeah.
Beterbiev versus Vaz, like a big unification fight. Carlos Adames versus Patrick Teixeira. That was a.
And he's already talking about this year what he's going to put out the Lomachenko and Teofimo card.
So he's already got big ambitions for this year.
And even though we couldn't vote for Al Heyman and him being the promoter of the year,
he had a great year though.
We advised that Bob Ram did say from Top Rank that him and Al Heyman are going to work together to put a lot of fights together for this year. So
we'll see.
To be continued. We'll find out about that.
So there you have it. You can love him, you can hate him, but he's the Godfather, and he is our 2019 Promoter of the Year. You know what? He made history. Bob made history. He is the first person in the history of the True School Sports Boxing Awards to win back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
No one's done back-to-back like Drake. Drake had a song called Back-to-Back.
Yeah.
Back-to-back.
I mean, and that's what you want to have. You know, fights for everybody to enjoy and see.
Absolutely. So, you know, Top Rank did the damn thing in 2019. I assume they'll do the same thing in 2020.
Yeah.
And for those of you who wanted Al Heyman, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it because he's not a promoter, he's an advisor. So
yeah, so I'll have to change his name this year.
There you have it. Let's see. Hold on.
Well,
I thought you were supposed to be in Fantasyland for months. And this is my man, the artist formerly known as Mike Vick, TM. He said, "What? I'm not even sure what that means."
Think about you in the UK.
I was. And
what are you talking about?
We're gonna get to that at the end of the video. We're gonna get to that at the end of the video.
What's up, Mike Vick?
What's up, Mike Vick?
Yeah.
Did you see Rollies versus Andy Vence's face off? They want to fight. Yeah. I saw something about that. I think I don't know, man. Andy Vence had that loss to Albert Bell. And right, that was his name, Albert Bell. I think his name was Albert Bell. He had lost to Bell early in 2019, and you know, that'd be a good test for Rolly because Rolly's a big power puncher. Vence is somewhat of a slick boxer, but he's not very like, you know, slick. I mean, no, he's somewhat of a slick boxer, but you know, his head movement's a bit questionable at times, and he's very hittable when you get into exchanges. So I think that could be a good fight for Rolly, and it'd be a good step up. So yeah, make it happen. Make it happen. Everybody's saying Eddie Hearn.
Are they?
Yeah, everybody's saying that we should name Eddie Hearn Promoter of the Year. But like, I'm looking at the cards, man. Overall, the card Eddie Hearn had some he put on some good cards, but he had a lot of hit or miss. And I'm probably like one of the biggest Eddie. I love Eddie Hearn, but
see if they can get Canelo and Saunders or Canelo and Bubon, and then we can talk about next year.
Yeah. Now, if Canelo or if Andrade versus Saunders would have happened, then maybe this conversation would be different.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, nah, can't be Eddie Hearn.
No.
But then you know he did have Joshua.
I mean, yeah, I'm not taking that.
But my thing is like
we judge it as a fighting as a whole, not just one big fight or two big fights as a.
Yeah, what do they do throughout the whole year?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. And honestly, I personally thought Bob Evans put out. I mean, I sat here. We did a lot of the zone cards, and he has some good cards. But I mean, the one that I can recall that was really pissed me off. I mean, even with the Colin Smith and John Ryder, I mean, that fight alone was great but I was upset because of the turnout. And I'm not discrediting that, but the fights on the cards beside had me too talking for a couple hours. Shit, we went to Burger King, McDonald's, and everything. With Wendy's and tried them all. We came back.
It was bad. It was really bad.
So I mean, we're not hating on him because I'm actually a big fan of Eddie Hearn. To be honest with you, because I think he's one of the most active promoters in boxing that keeps all the any fighter sites with him. He don't waste no time to put him in the ring. That's what I like to see. He doesn't keep fighters on the shelf getting dust like Al Heyman.
There you go. So with that being said,
and if Al Heyman can get the Spence and Crawford fight and get it off the shelf,
we'll break all the rules.
We'll break all the rules.
We'll name him the promoter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, moving ahead to our next award. So what is the next award? What is the next award? Our next award is a very interesting one. It is our 2019 True School Sports Disappointment of the Year.
Wow.
Now this is a really tough one. This is a really tough one. This could go to so many people. Last year, don't say who it is.
Okay.
Last year, our 2018 disappointment of the year was Joseph Parker because he had two big fights and he lost to Dylan White.
Right.
He lost to Anthony Joshua, and it was the performances or the lack of performances that got him that award. And this year, our 2019 disappointment of the year is he's coming from the UK.
But before he goes on, we did an evaluation. We were actually analyzing the Maurice situation. He was the big overachiever, but then he turned out to be also. But that wasn't the one that we actually.
Yeah, so he can't be the disappointment. He can be a disappointment, but he can't be the disappointment because Andy Ruiz he became heavyweight champion in 2019. So you can't label him the disappointment of the year. For me, the disappointment of the year. Well, he's coming from the UK,
right?
And it's Josh Pretty Boy Kelly. Josh Pretty Boy Kelly is our 2019 disappointment of the year, and the reason Josh Kelly is our disappointment of the year in 2019 is because when we look at what he did coming up as a prospect in 2018, he should have pushed forward in 2019. He had the biggest disappointment came in the Ray Robinson fight, and he got a draw in that fight. I thought he probably deserved a decision,
right?
But it was a very close fight, and Ray Robinson had a case to win that fight. So the fact that we're here in 2020 and Josh Kelly didn't push forward, he didn't progress. I look at that as a disappointment because he was one of the most hyped up prospects from the UK,
and he not only progressed inside the ring based on his skills. He hasn't done anything better to better himself to be a better boxer inside the ring. You're constantly seeing the same old
mistakes.
The same slow.
What are his mistakes that you see?
He doesn't have enough punch power. He's slow. He keeps his hands down, doing all this. But before
he's slow.
I think his skills got shot not better and focus more on boxing, get the job done, and do it the right way. And you're letting the fans down when they already have you a certain way or expect a certain level of you. And the last two fights, you've actually gone down and going up. And I think that's why Eddie Hearns put him with the lesser fighters right now, because he doesn't know which way to turn him. And who knows? Who knows if he even cuts him off? I don't know what Eddie Hearns is going to do. But
he's not going to cut him off.
I'm not saying he is, but what I'm getting at is he's got to do better. He's got to come out here, perform better, and
improve. He's got to improve in 2020. It's show improve in 2020 for Josh Kelly. Because in 2018 he was one of the most hyped up prospects in the UK. There was a lot of people, myself included, and a lot of other people that looked at this guy as a potential, world champion. We looked at the skills, we saw the reflex, we saw the athleticism, we saw the perceived hand speed and punching power. And when he stepped it up, he I don't want to say he got found out because he didn't lose, but he didn't look sensational. He wasn't at his best. So because the expectations were so high from many of the UK fans and UK supporters and myself and many people in the boxing world, the fact that he didn't push forward in 2019, to me, he's a disappointment of the year.
And if your promoter's putting you out there for the bigger fights and he expects you to perform for those, to do the big dance when you're supposed to dance, then you got to perform for those times. You can't just fall back and sleep. And I look this year for him to be a better year for him. Forget about 2019, and I want to see the old Kelly back.
We don't even want to see a new the old Kelly. We want to see a new and improved, refined, better version of Josh Kelly, because that's what it's going to require for him to be his best version of himself at the top level of boxing.
Right now, he's got the best award right now.
All right, so let's get to some comments before we move on to our next award. Let's see, we got. I don't know why my dad said he was slow. I try to correct him. He's a lot of things, but he's not slow.
I don't know. I mean, he just his power punch. He's not there. He could do a lot. He could do a lot more. All the skills that he got to use those skills, and he hasn't. He's been disappointing me in the ring. The last two fights I've seen him, I've been getting hype up, screaming that champion logo and all this other stuff. And then I see the performance he puts on, and I'm like, I won't even pay to go see him. Good
question from our main man LA Toby. He says, "Have you seen Donnie Yeri loosen off matchroom welterweight prospect from Kazakhstan? He's improving lately." Well, it's funny you mentioned you loosen off because he's trained by somebody we know very well from the South Florida area. So shout out to our main man Derek Santos over there at the Boca Raton PAL. Hopefully we get a chance to go see Derek soon. I know a lot about you, loosen up. I've been following him and his progress very slowly. He is improving and he is getting better and he is pushing up those ranks. And I would say, he's
gradually. Matter of fact,
he's catching Josh Kelly. He's probably better than Josh Kelly.
Exactly. That's what I was going to bring out. He's actually a lot more exciting. He fights his opponent, finishing him off. The last three fights he had 2 KOs, and I think the other one was a UD, if I'm correct. I did a video on the last fight that he had, and so I see him this guy moving up gradually, doing him right, and he's grooming right to move up, and he's gonna be somebody to reckon with. What do you want to tell you? That?
I mean, and when he signed with Eddie Hearn, I made videos about you loosening off, and we spoke about how this guy has the potential to become a world champion and all that stuff because he has the pedigree. He has pedigree. Yeah. He beat I know he beat Josh Kelly in the amateurs, but he beat somebody else in the amateurs who I can't remember right now. You guys can remember in the comments if you remember. But I like what I'm seeing from you loosening off. He's gonna get better at with time as he continues to transition from a really good amateur into hopefully a really good pro, and hopefully he can push forward in 2020 and he showed he become a player in that welterweight division because he is a fantastic fighter. I want to give a big shout out to my main man, Mr. Smurf, because he's always been a little subscriber and watcher of True School Sports. Me and him have talked on WhatsApp quite a few times. So shout out to my main man, Mr. Smurf 459. He's been here for about damn near 3 years now watching True School Sports. So shout out to him.
He brought a good point. Josh Kelly keep them hands up.
Yeah, he said Josh Kelly's got to fight with his hands up.
Yeah,
a little more. That hands down style ain't gonna work against everybody, and that's his trainer Adam Booth. His fighters tend to have that problem.
Yeah,
because Adam Booth trained like George Groves and David Hay. He trains his fighters to fight like that.
Yeah, but one thing Josh Kelly does has been a thorn on his on the bush is that he tries to show both too much like that. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You gotta finish your fighters, fight up your skills, and then you can do the show both.
Yeah, so he's got to improve in 2020.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. So yeah, he's our 2019 Disappointment of the Year. But yeah, it's your boy BT. It's currently 11:54 p.m. here in the great city of Miami, Florida. This is your boy BT with my dad. This is the second annual True School Sports Boxing Awards, and we are moving on to our next award. Okay, our next award comes in the form of our round of the year. So round of the year.
Yeah,
and man, there were so many great rounds to choose from in boxing this year.
I had actually two fights. I had 2 fights for the bronze bomber. I talked about. One that I mentioned to my son was the one he knocked out Brazil, and the other
round of the year.
No. What I'm saying,
round of the year.
Oh, round,
not KO. Round of
the year. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? Before we even announced a round of the year, last year's round of the year. What was it? I got it right here. Round of the year. Where you at? Round of the year. Last year, our round of the year was the 12th round between Fury and Wilder because that was so
great.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to give a shot. I want to give an honorable mention to round of the year for a local fight that me and you actually had a chance to go to. Me and my dad went to this one fight. It was in I want to say it was May. Okay. May. It was the first heavyweight factory card early in 2019, and I don't know if you remember that it was a Cuban light heavyweight. You had the Cuban light heavyweight, Arizbani Dubrachel versus Jared Fenderson. You remember that fight?
If I see the face.
It was a Cuban light heavyweight. He fought a journeyman, and there was 3 knockdowns in one round, and they had a double knockdown.
Oh yeah, what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that fight right there was a banger.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about that they both fell down and they came back out.
They hit each other at the same time, and they both fell down.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know if there's any footage of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it was wild. Like Louis Ortiz ringside going crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a good fight.
That deserves honorable mention for round of the year. But most people didn't see that fight, so they're not gonna know how good it was. So we're gonna keep it to the TV fights.
Right.
All right. So after much deliberation, our 2019 True School Sports round of the year comes in the first Anthony Joshua Andy Ruiz fight, round 3.
Yeah.
Round 3, Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua was quite around. This is a round where the heavyweight division really began to change.
Yeah,
the landscape changed.
I mean, it was a shocker, but yeah.
Anthony Joshua scores a knockdown early in the round, and it looks like it's going to be another routine Anthony Joshua title defense, and he's going to progress into bigger and better things. Mm-hmm. And then no sooner than us completing that thought, we see Andy Ruiz clip this man right on the temple with a left hook. He drops Anthony Joshua not once but twice in the round. You get 3 knockdowns in the round, and this sets the tone for arguably the upset of the year. Andy Ruiz becomes the first Mexican heavyweight champion. So how could this not be around the round of the year? It was one of the stories of the year. Yeah. So it had to be the round of the year for us here on True
Round of the year and the shock of the year.
And one of the shocks of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
But there were so many great rounds this year. But that one to me was one that really stood out. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our True School Sports 2019 round of the year. Big shout out to Andy Ruiz for a great performance against Anthony Joshua on late, and that's made it so special. The fact that he took the fight as late replacement, short notice. Yeah, he had the balls. He grabbed those balls. People can say what they want about Andy Ruiz now, but back then, he had the balls that Kanaki and Ortiz that they lacked at the time.
Yeah, I mean, this guy stood up to the fight, rolled the dice, and he came out and became the first heavyweight, the first heavyweight champion for Mexico, and kudos to Mexican people. So I mean, nobody expected that. And that's what America's made about taking the opportunities and doing the best you can when you get them.
Facts. Okay. So that's our 2019 round of the year. Now we got a super chat, and it's the first one of the year from our main man Henry Brown. So
Henry Brown,
as always,
thank you. Happy New
this
Year.
video, as always, they say this video is sponsored by main man Henry Brown. A big shout out to Coach Greg Adams and Monkey Dough backflips. Hopefully you get plenty of Monkey Dough backflips in 2020. Henry Brown, he says, Bud Sleeps.
Yes, thank you, Henry
Sweet
Brown.
Spence
Yes.
and Sugar Tank Davis. Then Kale's Pack, then Job Porter. Watch Sugar Tank Davis. Lucky if he can go around with Tevin Farmer.
Wow, he called out the money.
Let's go. Let's go, Henry.
Yeah.
Listen, Henry, I don't know if you had a chance to go watch my. I just dropped the video earlier today, the Javante Davis Witness Protection Program, episode 3.
Yeah.
About Leonard Ellaby trying to manufacture something that's not even there.
Right.
With Tank Davis being a pay-per-view star. Check it out if you haven't already, Henry. But yeah, like with Tank Davis, he's got to take boxing more seriously. Because right now, the way I'm talking about him, the way I'm thinking about him, he feels like Adrian Broner. He feels like a second Adrian Broner because he's losing titles on the scales. He's gassing out. He's falling behind the competition as far as the young fighters. It's crazy because go ahead.
What the thing about Davis is that supposedly he's never gone past I don't know, for the fourth round, whatever case it was. But even that being said, you train to be in shape to fight as many rounds as you have to. And let me tell you, if Tank would have fought 4 years ago when Gamboa was a live animal, he would have been done.
Think so?
Yeah, I think he would have been done.
Would have smoked him out.
He was already, and then to make it sound, and this is what I don't want to get off the topic, but I'm really upset because Ellaby and Mayweather are making this guy sound great, but he's not fighting the best fighters in the division to be great. He's fighting seniors like Gamboa. I can't respect that. But I do agree with Henry Brown. I like what he said about Bud. Bud's gonna put Spence to sleep.
Oh.
Good night. Nebraska's son is calling everybody. That's what I call him. He's a fighter that is a dog inside that ring, and he always shows it in there. So all those walkaways in the PBC or anywhere, if you want some, go get some because because Crawford's ready for you.
I want to also say about the Tank Davis fight. I want to take the time to actually shout out Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Yeah, respect him.
We knew going into the fight that he was past his best, that he was a shot fighter.
Right.
But the heart he showed, the courage he showed, to
Achilles tendons or something. Achilles.
he tore his Achilles in the second round.
Yeah.
His shoe came apart. We never seen it before. His shoe came apart. And this isn't basketball where like when you're Kevin Durant or you're one of these basketball players and you hurt yourself and no. As a fighter, you gotta suck it up because you're fighting under those lights. There is no timeouts in boxing. And so he had a box with messed up shoes. And credit to Stacey McKinley for thinking outside the box
baby.
and wrapping that shoe. So
one thing that I want to find out, maybe you guys know this or BT go clarify. Is there a rule that when something like that happens, the boxer can change?
Before, no.
That's the first time ever in boxing history that there was no equipment change.
Paulie Malignaggi said he couldn't think of a scenario.
Never. Yeah. So that was kind of crazy if you ask me.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Man. That's what it is. But yeah, Henry Brown, thank you for the super chat.
I agree what he said.
Let's get to the. I could have swore there was a second super chat. There was a second super chat for Henry Brown. Let me see if we can find it. I don't know why it's not showing up on the dashboard. Oh, here it is. Oh, no. Why is it not showing up in this dashboard right here?
You sure?
It's right. There was a second. No, the second one. There was a second one I saw.
Was that?
Yeah, he said Adam Karnacki and Danny Dubois are next for the title. So I can't, for some strange reason, it's not showing up on my dashboard right here for me to click on it. But
thank you.
Yeah, thank you again, Henry, for the $2 super chat. He said Adam Karnacki and Danny Dubois are next for the titles. Well, you gotta look at it like this. Karnacki is probably one win away from getting a title shot because if Wilder beats Fury, which is very possible, he could knock out Tyson Fury. We don't put that past Wilder. If he knocks out Tyson Fury, then I think the first fight he'll have is Adam Karnacki. Because Adam Karnacki, you gotta understand, it's a business as well. Karnacki is regularly selling 8,000 to 10,000 tickets at the Barclays.
Aren't you saying now that he's got to fight Brazil on the works?
No, he's gonna fight Brazil. I'm saying he beats Brazil.
Oh.
And Wilder comes to his fight, that fight's happening for sure. That's actually a fight, whether you believe it or not. And I'm gonna put this out to you guys. That's actually a fight that Wilder might actually sell out the Barclays Center. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Because Wilder's gotten to the point now where he can sell 7,000 tickets, 8,000 tickets, 9,000 tickets, sometimes 10 on his own.
Right.
Kanaki's putting 7,000 or 8,000 Polish people in there by himself. So you're looking at a damn near capacity crowd for that fight. And they kind of need Wilder to sell out a fight because they need to start negotiating.
So why
they need something at the negotiating table when they fight Joshua.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. He didn't want to step up with Josh, but he wants to step up with Wilder.
Who?
Kanaki. When he got off, then he got the
PBC.
Yeah.
The brotherhood, the PBC brotherhood. All right. We're gonna get to our next award in a second. I don't want to get too off topic, but I want to make sure that we get everybody acknowledged and everybody's comments addressed.
Thank you again, Harry Brown.
We got LA12 says, how tall is Luis Ortiz in person? He's tall, about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, exactly. And I'm only 4'11" with 5 feet, so anybody that stands next to me is a giant.
That's true.
I got a picture of Luis Ortiz with me. Shoot.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah,
guy.
he's tall
guy. My main man Puazzo says, shout out to BT and Pops.
What's going on, man? Putazos.
Salute to Bernie for exposing the frauds on the YTBC. I don't know if you're talking about me, but I don't know if I'm Bernie.
I don't know.
Are you Bernie or am I Bernie?
I don't know who Bernie is. But yeah, anyway,
good. Talking about me, yeah. We exposed one fraud in particular in 2019. He will remain nameless because he's got enough clout. In fact, the guy that we exposed, he was talking about how he came back to my video talking about how he got 28 new subscribers off of us. Yeah, off of a video we made about him. So he's the B side, we're the A side.
We got no time for that.
We got no time for that.
God bless him.
But God bless him.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to him. I don't know why the comments aren't showing here. Like they're supposed to show in the StreamYard thing. Anyway, we got another super chat from Harry Brown. He said, Con shit sells, Boner shit sells, Pax shit sells, Bud rich as hell, Spence popping off his mouth from a cell. He don't want to be. He in PC.
Go ahead, Brown.
Harry Brown with the bars.
Go ahead, Brown.
With the $5 super chat and the bars. This man, he's pretty much Harry Brown in history. It's 2020. We acting different. Harry Brown here spitting bars via comments.
He hasn't called you on your famous comment. He always ask you about
what, Adam Kanaki being undisputed.
Yeah, it was just something. Yeah.
That's it. And yes,
thank you, Harry Brown.
His name is definitely going to be Sugar Tank Davis until he steps it up in competition. Yeah. So there you have it. But yeah, not to get too off topic. Let's get to our next award.
You make me laugh.
Shout out to Henry Brown. Let's get to our next award here on True School Sports.
Yeah, we roll.
What was our next award? We had we did it. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one. So this one is much anticipated. All right, y'all have been asking for the dunk of the year. This is not the dunker of the year.
Oh yeah, this is the
dunk of the year. So the singular biggest dunk of the year. Now listen, there's a lot of ducking in boxing. There's a lot of quacking in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But the dunk of the year, me and my dad came to an agreement on this. Well, last year, who won the dunk of the year last year? Last year, the dunk of the year, Jarrell Miller won that award by ducking Kubrat Pulev.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't want no smoke with
Kubrat Pulev. He won nothing.
Even though I think he beat Pulev, but that's neither here nor there. He ducked him.
We jumped up into that section and body went fast. Remember after he did that?
Yep. So that was our duck of the year last year. Now our duck of the year this year in 2019 or last year, I should say 2019, it goes to all you candy soft PBC welterweights that ducked Terrence Crawford. The duck of the year is all the PBC welterweights. We talking about Danny Garcia. We talking about Spence. We talking about Porter. We talking about all them guys, man. Because Terrence Crawford wanted all the smoke. All the champions, all the big names, he wanted all the smoke. You know what's crazy, Dad? You know what's crazy?
What?
Well, when Terrence Crawford when Terrence Crawford fought Felix Diaz, PBC said to Terrence, "Here you go, Terrence. Here's Felix Diaz."
Go on in.
When it came to
the heavyweight.
When it came to John Molina Jr., they said, "Here you go, Terrence. Here's John Molina Jr." But all of a sudden, when it's time to fight Danny Garcia. When it's time to fight Thurman. Damn sure when it's time to fight Spence.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, Spence told him, when they were face to face, and Spence told him, I want to fight you, I can go the easy route. I go easy route.
Yeah.
But then in the same sentence he says, I'm the dog of the division. I'm the dog of the division. I'm the boogeyman.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Listen, all this got to be settled. Al Heyman, get it together.
I mean, the PBC welterweights. I mean, you could argue. Well, I wouldn't go that far. I was gonna say the PBC welterweights are the originators of the witness protection program by PBC, but it's actually not. That's Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
But they take it to the next level because we never seen a whole division come together just not fight a guy.
I mean,
a whole division came together not to fight a guy.
I mean, okay, you could say it's Al Heyman because he's the manager, he's the advisor, whatever you want to call him. But you know what? He's a big quack of all the quacks.
Wait, we froze.
And everybody else is quacking.
We froze.
Did we?
What? Yo, guys, are we frozen?
Does that happen to me? What happened to me before? Did I have to tell you before?
Why are we froze?
Did you pause it?
No, it's not paused. It's going.
Yeah. So that remember we were just saying that before. My live when I had it like this, it's the same thing that it froze.
Why is it freezing?
I don't know. I remember it happened to me before. Anyways, yeah. So you got the big quacker of all the quackers in the PBC, Al Heyman, and then you got all the ducklings behind him that don't want to just stop quacking and get out there and fight Crawford. That's all we're saying. Fight Crawford. Give that man his due. We need some competition here.
Okay.
It froze again.
I don't know why it froze.
I did that. I did the same thing to me. Just said that. Crazy. I mean, you would think that for Wilder he's gonna beat Kanaki. That's like a no-brainer if you ask me.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, Kanaki's he's a fighter. He guy for his size and everything. He's very active, but it's a no-brainer. I think Kanaki will definitely lose to Wilder. But he also fights like Ruiz, doesn't he?
Who?
His punch.
No, he don't fight. No, he don't fight like Ruiz. He throws more punches, but he don't fight like Ruiz.
Yeah.
Ruiz makes some things count.
Right.
Like when you get touched by Ruiz, you're gonna feel something.
Right.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm trying to see something. What do you think about the fights weekend?
Oh man, the fights are gonna be good this weekend. You said there were three main cards on this weekend. Spike O'Sullivan and
Munguia. You got
live for that one.
Jesse Hart.
And didn't you say Enos is fighting Friday? Ennis is fighting Friday. So yeah, I mean, it's more boxing coming up. I'm glad because we had like a week off, man. And I was going nuts without talking.
You were going nuts?
Yeah, I like to talk boxing. And now that you're here, even better. It'll be our first live of the year.
It will be our first live of the year.
Yeah,
hopefully, we get everything sorted by then. I don't know why.
They did it to me last week. The same thing. The guys were telling you like, it's a crack. We had Deontay Wilder and just look. Shut it off now. We had Deontay Wilder when he for me I had Deontay Wilder when he knocked out Brazil, and when he knocked out Ortiz. So I mean, Ortiz, he rolled his eyes back. It was between, for me, it was between those two fights, those two for Wilder, and then Deontay Wilder, and then the other one was with uh the Cuban fighter Diacos, so his name is
Ticos.
Diquito, without him, and the knockout, the devastating knockout he gave to who he fought? Tabiti, yeah, Tabiti. Like he really knocked the crap out of Tabiti, put him to sleep. Those were our knockout of the year candidates.
Yeah.
Who did you have last year?
Hold on, man. I'm getting pissed off with this camera, man. This pisses me off.
Yeah, well, that's what happened last week. You gotta go on. Or just put the phone, go off the phone.
No, it's not going down that way.
Okay. Yeah. So.
F it. I'm just gonna go through these awards straight up because
he's getting frustrated.
Like I'm getting frustrated
last week.
and it's pissing me off. So listen, the rest of the awards are as follows. Okay. All right. Our robbery of the year. All right. Our robbery of the year was where is it? The robbery of the year, and you know what? You can talk about this one. Oh, you already know what it is. The robbery of the year was Carlos Smith versus John Ryder.
Definitely, that was the robbery of the year. I don't know what the judges were seeing. John Ryder should have had that belt. He punked Carlos Smith all around that ring, being the shorter guy. He was a real man in that ring. He outboxed Carlos Smith around that ring. He did everything he did, and they robbed him.
Probably one of the worst robberies we've seen in the last couple of years.
I can't believe that. And Collins actually come out there and say that he fought a great fight.
You remember what his trainer, Carlos Smith's trainer?
Yeah, McCracken. What did he say?
No, Joe Gallagher.
Joe Gallagher. What did he say?
He's like, oh, yeah, he did better than we expected, but that doesn't mean he beat Carlos Smith. Carlos Smith is the #1 pound fighter in the UK. He's the Ring Magazine champion.
Listen, he got punked in that fight, straight up.
Oh, we're back on live for now.
So, at the end of the day, that's the robbery of the year for me. That was the robbery of the year for me. That one, for me, and the other one was Hogan and Munguia.
Yeah, Hogan and Munguia for that. But yeah, we agreed on that. Honestly, we're just gonna speed through these awards because straight up,
we have problems with
this damn camera. I don't understand what is happening. But we had fight of the year. Fight of the year was Naoya Inoue versus Donaire, which was an exceptional fight.
Great fight.
We had two of the best and most skilled fighters in the smaller weight classes duking it out, fighting the best fight.
Yep.
We had that. Two warriors. Our fighter of the year is Naoya the Monster Inoue, who dominated the bantamweight division, won the tournament, had the fight of the year, was knocking out everybody left, right, and center from Emmanuel Rodriguez to he fought Donaire, hit him with a great body shot. Has a legitimate claim to that pound king throne, in my opinion.
Yeah, put respect in his name somewhere.
Last but not least, now we'll probably take a bit of time on this one because this one right here might take some time to get through, but this is the most prestigious award here on True School Sports.
And you guys who want
and for those of you who asked, our 2019, last year, our 2018 Ask Clown of the Year went to Shelly Finkel.
Yeah.
And our 2019, this has never been done before. Our 2019 Ask Clown of the Year, it goes to 3 people. Oh, yeah. So the three people who won the 2019 Ask Clown of the Year award are Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Definitely.
Virgil Hunter.
Yeah.
And Jenny Sushi.
There you go, guys. So what do you guys think?
Chavez Jr. quit against Daniel Jacobs.
Yep.
After not wanting to take a drug test and have the fight in Las Vegas, so they moved it to Arizona. All right.
Lost $1 million for being overweight.
Lost $1 million for being overweight. Okay. Then you have Virgil Hunter, who was hired to be Dominic Brazil's trainer right before the Wilder fight. And he looked scared to death holding the pads. He didn't even have time to deliver his famous "You got a family" speech in the corner.
Yeah, he was up. He was in La La Land. You could see that right from the start.
Yep. And last but not least, Jenny Sushi also is part of our Ask Clown of the Year award because
how she carried
herself. Giving Pulev and his brother a lap dance one day, getting a kiss from the next day, and then suing him. Hiring the best defense attorney you can. She had the same lawyer from the Bill Cosby case, Gloria Aldridge, to try to get Kubrat Pulev to try to get him beat, try to take his money.
Sick.
So those are our 2019 awards. And honestly, on that note, guys, we're gonna head off. Because this camcorder, this webcam freezing up on me it's pissing me off a bit, and that's what it is. So we're trying to straighten this out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the awards. Shout out to Al the Pal. And like Fabrice said, you gotta be a shark in the ocean. You gotta be a shark in the ocean.
Thank you again. Have a good night.
So we're gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys stay tuned. There's other videos coming out tomorrow. I got 4 videos dropping tomorrow. I got all kinds of stuff coming out. So just be on the lookout for all that. And yeah, got a big year planned on True School Sports. And yeah, I'll make sure I definitely have this webcam situation solved before our first live fire.
And we will be live for the fight.
And we'll be live. We'll be live Friday for Clash of Shields card with Ennis. We will be also live for Munguia on Saturday, and we'll probably do a bit of Jesse Hart as well. So there you have it.
Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
It's good to be home back in America, greatest country in the world, and that's what it is. So yeah, there you go.